Hello everyone. So today we are going to study how to use store method in resource file, and yeah, I'll also be covering all the stuffs that are being mistakenly done in the previous video, and I'll be correcting that also. And in the previous video I have created such a beautiful and fantastic Bulma file for you all people, and I have created that version for you all people. You can view it from the section my playlist itself. Fine. So to use the store method we have following steps, that is DB connection with MySQL. The second step will be creating a table in our database. The third step will be migrating the table in MySQL. Fine. But over here, let me correct myself that creating the table in Laravel using migration file. Fine. In the second step. In the fourth step, I'm going to go for creating the routes for store method, and fifth step will be fetching the records from the user using the request class. Sixth step will be storing those information inside the table. Fine. And those information means the information provided by the user itself. So let's start with the first step, that is creating .env file or configuring .env file, and you will be able to find this .env file from the project folder containing .env, and I'm going to give database name as myblog and application name to myblog. So now let's create a database. Going to databases itself, PHP myadmin. I'm going to create a myblog, and there we go. You can see my blog database is now created. Fine, and it's fantastically done. This is now done, and done is always done. Okay, so the next step will be creating the table in Laravel using migration file. For that, I'm just going to type PHP artisan migrate, make me a migration file. I'm telling it to artisan command create posts. Fine. So with this thing, I'm just going to create a table and use the variable a table, and you're going to use string title having 40 length, and the title should be of 40 unique. Similarly, I'm going to create another column named as subtitle, or I can say excerpt, and then I'm also going to create and its length should be approximately 80. Fine. You can define anything that you like. Fine. With this thing, I'm also going one more step ahead and create a description like structure. Fine. And that is nothing but I'm going to create a column named as body, and all these things are going to get migrated in our database. So I'm going to type PHP artisan migrate, pressing up the enter key. Let me show it to you. So with this thing, if I press enter, then this thing is getting done. The next step will be migrating the table into the database. Fine. So the migration file is created, but let's migrate the entire stuff into our database. So this will create the entire table structure along with the columns that I have mentioned above. Fine. If you wish to see the migrations, you can see my previous videos also. You will be finding the entire structure of how to create the migration file. So over here you can see all the things are now getting reflected in our database. Fine. So the table is now created and our schema is ready. So this is also done, and done is always done. So creating the routes for my store method, let's create the route. Fine. So with this, I need to go to routes web.php, and there will be this file located. I'm just going to press it up, route post. Why post? Because I'm going to provide the messages from user to server. Fine. User is going to provide this information, and I'm going to provide it to the server, and I'm going to use post controller for the string, and also I'll be using store method. With this thing, I'm also going to convert everything as a post, because my prefix is nothing but post. Fine. So in the previous video I have kept pc.create, but in this method I'm just going, from now onwards I will be using posts.create posts.store, and this is just nothing but my name. Let me correct certain mistakes that I have completed, and now I'm going to create store method in my post controller. Fine, you can see over it. It's pretty much easy, nothing tough. And in that I'm just going to pass request variable, and along with that I'm just going to return that request variable to the browser, which will print me whatever the information is provided by the user will be actually getting printed by my browser. Over here I'm just going to type route. If user submits this post, then kindly do submit all the information to store method. Fine, and it will actually locate all these things. So now at this juncture, posts create, and you can see the entire structure is now over here shown. With this I'm going to type lorem ipsum, whatever you like you can put it down, and then continue with this task. Fine, and ahead of time I'm just going to say that I have already kept certain messages, and now if I submit it, 419 pages expired. Why so? Because we are submitting entire form into the database without CSRF or security. But if I write enter a CSRF, you can see the token is now generated, and the token, but another informations were not generated. So I'm just going to type input type name equal to title, name equal to accept, and name equal to body in this context. If I again refresh entire stuff, type all the informations into this database, into this beautiful form, and if I say lorem ipsum find subtitle and lorem ipsum body and submit it, you can see the entire information is now getting printed on the browser, and these are nothing but JSON values. Fine. If you get this JSON value, you might be easily able to appropriately scroll entire thing into the database. Fine, and you can see that underscore token is nothing but our CSRF. Laravel is taking a lot of care to submit the entire form into our database and provide security in this context. Fine. So ahead of time, I have also displayed some of the messages which we'll be using in the coming next versions, and we'll be providing some validations to it. Fine. Say for example, title is not empty, and so on and so forth. So over here I'm going to say that $post is equal to new post. Fine. And for using the post, I need to tell this controller that my post is located at app model and post. Fine, this is the location of my post. Fine, and then I'm just going to type something that $post and request. Fine. So at one juncture I want to say that $post is nothing but my database variable where it goes to store, and $request is nothing but user provided us this information. So I'm just going to say that $post title equal to request title, and so on and so forth. Fine, and this I'm completing it the entire structure and returning it to the browser. So you can see if I return it, that apart from token, all the informations are stored in our $post object. Fine, and this object will get stored into the database. But how does it actually stores it? So it will be storing our entire thing by $post save. So all the things are now completed, and I just misspelled certain stuff. Let me correct it. This is my form. I'm just going to copy paste, type body text, submit the form, and you can see this thing is now stored in our database. Fine. Let's see and view if it is actually stored in our database or not. Let me refresh the phpMyAdmin page. Refreshing it up, and yes, you can see that our efforts are actually written into the database. Fine, so everything is working correct. But in this term, I'm just going to create a redirection link so that if somebody submits this form, where should it then be redirected to? So I'm telling it that do redirect it to post.create. Afterwards, in the later on stages, we will be redirecting, or I will be redirecting it to somewhere else location. Fine, which will be quietly readable. But right now we do have only two methods, so let us skip till this date. So I'm going to say my blog title is here, this is my subtitle, and this is my body text. Fine, let's input one more stuff into the database, and you can see that it has again redirected to create page, and it's not allowing to go anywhere else. Fine, and you can see the entire database is also stored into this system. Thank you all, thank you for coming to this lecture series, and thank you all for viewing my lectures. If you have any comment, do like, share, subscribe to my channel. And you can see that I have completed all these steps, that is creating the route, store method, fetching the record from the user using request class, storing those informations inside the table, that is our database table. So all these 6 steps are now covered. Fine, if you have any doubt, do comment me in the comment section below, and do like, share, or like or dislike my video. If you have any questions, fine, I will be waiting for your comments. Fine, do subscribe me. Thank you all, thank you very much. You can see, bye. Okay, thank you. And yeah, the wallpaper over here is taken from the Pixabay. Okay, thank you all, thank you, bye bye.